Hello. Today is October, October 22nd. It's Sunday, so that means it's locals. We are going to go to AG today, so all of our friends and Natty, of course, are going to be there. We're going to film our matches, hopefully post some good content. We're still in the works on getting our podcast started up. We're also doing some other content ideas, which is why you haven't heard much of us in the past month. Between both of us, like rotating jobs, new sets coming out, preparing new decks, trying to figure out new content. I'm still in my master's degree coursework, so that's been taking up a large part of my life. So hopefully when everything quiets down and gets more calm, we're able to post more content for you guys. So right now we're gonna head over to AG and we're gonna hope that we have a good time. I have Gishki Sprite, and I also have Salamangreat with me because I'm undecided on which one I want to play today, but we'll do some testing before it starts and figure it out then. All right, we'll see you then. Hey everyone, Nolan from Natty, Nolan here. We're still at locals, we're at AG. I decided I was going to play Salamangreat today, but right now we're actually undefeated. We're 3-0. Natty is X1. So we're going to the top tables right now. We still have 2 more rounds, so hopefully we can just kind of keep up the tempo from here. So hopefully I go undefeated with Salad. That'd be a really, really interesting deck profile considering it's a, older deck with some new support. So let's get back to it. Thanks. Hey everyone, this is Nolan from Natty, Nolan Yu-Gi-Oh! We are at AG today. Today I brought Salamangreat and I went undefeated. We had 5 rounds, got through all 5, 5-0, XO. So we're going to do deck profile and my ratios that most people aren't going to agree with, but I still won. So first things first, of course, you got to play the 3 Gazelle. It's the best card in the deck, hands down. It's just like 2019. You got to play 3 of it. 3 of Fire. This is basically Gazelle. You summon it, you search Gazelle, or if you have Gazelle in hand, you search like Weasel or Spinny, whatever else you need at that point, depending on your hand. The graveyard effect never came up today, but it has in the past. But otherwise, it's just a good search target with like Circle, Silent Mining. It's a whole combo starter. 3 Spinny. Some people cut this down to 2. That's not correct. Keep this at 3. It's really good in hand. It's good in the graveyard. It's good on your field. You just need 3 of it. Also, it's a level 3, so it's good for the Mirage Stallion. 2 Foxy. This is pretty standard. I don't think this has ever changed for people. Just searching 3 off the top is really good. The effect in graveyard did come up against Purrely to pop the field spell. So this was just really good also. 1 Ofs, 1 Jaguar, 1 Weasel, 1 Falco. Falco I sided out a lot going into game 2, and then I outsided back in going into game 3. You only need Jaguar if you're going second. This one you don't. Weasel was MVP, just fucking clutch all day. This card came up every single time I had it, every time I needed it. I would search it, I would send it, I would use it every time. Jaguar, of course, the one of MVP. This deck legitimately really can't function right now without Jaguar. I've seen some people playing this at 2 over the Falco, but 1 is enough as long as you're good at resource management. Hand traps, we're playing a lot. We're playing 3 Ash, 3 Crow. I had a 2 Crow, 2 Nib, 2 Droll. And then I put them in that traps, but I'm also playing 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. That's 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I'm playing 12. You can play up to 15, but then it just gets bricky. This is fine. This covers every match in the format. This covers everything. This covers everything plus, especially like Unchained or Purrely. This is like everything but Purrely and Unchained, which is fine. It's also good for cross out. Drolls, really everything else. Impermanence, everything else. It's just like the whole array of the meta. It just covers. So those are all the hand traps. Spells, 3 mining. Some people are cutting this down to 2 or 1 because the deck is too consistent. That's ridiculous. You play 3, especially just pitching mining off mining.
Never heard of too consistent.
Yeah, like I've been seeing videos where like, oh, it's just too consistent. I'm like, you're a dumbass. You play 3 of these absolutely every time. Other generic spells. I'm playing 2 cross out and 1 call by. These never came up, but I'm still keeping them in because, again, that's kind of why I'm running like 2 of every hand trap, like Droll and Nib, Imperm, is because those cards kind of kill Salamangreat. So if you have any of these, it's just good. It's basically just 3 call by the grave at the end of the day. Other spells, 3 copies of Circle. That's pretty self-explanatory. The second effect actually came up more often today, where I was protecting my monster from monster effects. It came up against like Mirror Jade, for example, really good. But yeah, just end phase searching, draw phase searching, just get by, draw knockbirds, really good. Then double copies of Will and the 1 Sanctuary. You either play this at 2 or 3. You cannot play this at 1. You will never see it. 2 or 3. I like it at 2 because I can search it when I need it. I can send it off Gazelle if I need to, or I can open it from time to time. I opened this card like twice today. It was really good. Sanctuary, thankfully, I only opened this card once, and in that hand, I didn't even need it because I had full combo anyway. But yeah, I always play 1. 1 Rage, 1 Roar. You can play like 2 Roar, a Rage, or 2 Rage and a Roar. That's kind of like a point of contention for Saddle players, but my opinion, you should just play 1 and 1, because with Falco and Sunlit Wolf, you're just constantly recurring them. This resets itself. It's just so much recursion in the deck that you're never going to be like left without an option. Extra deck, 1 Stalio, 3 Sunlight Wolf. This is standard. This is where it doesn't get standard. I'm going to play 2 Balinks. In my opinion, I think if you have to play 3, you're just not playing the game correct with Salad. Like, you're not managing your resources. You should always go into 1, link off with Jaguar or some other card, and then put 1 back for Jaguar. There's no need to run 3 of this. It just takes up space. 1 Heat Leo. You could play 2 of this, but most people don't. I don't think you should. It's just good for like sending back. 1 Splash Mage, 1 Lingaribo, 1 Heat Soul. This is like the Heat Soul package. If you don't get Firelocked, you can do this. It's good. I did this once today. Drew 2 cards. It was pretty good. And then this is how I ended every game today. It's just an unstoppable force. This card should be banned for all I'm worried about. This card should be banned. Yeah, this is how I ended every game today, just because it's easy, it's accessible. Any like 2 monsters really makes this, so that's main aside, or main extra aside. 3 Bell. I think this hits a lot of the meta today. Double Lightning Storm, because you can only have 2. Double Cyclone, good for Unchained, good for Purrely, good for Branded. 3 copies of Evenly Matched. I feel like you just kind of have to run Evenly Matched. You could place it 2, but it's whatever. Goes in, if I was going first in the game 2 or 3, I would Goes Unlock my opponents. You give them like a Fire or Balinks or whatever, and you just flip a Goes in and draw phase. And then this card came up twice today, D-Barrier. This card should be banned too. This card's stupid. Pretty self-explanatory in this format with like, Branded and Tier, Purrely. It's just it's a really good deck. I don't care what people say. This deck is crazy. Even if it's like a few years old now, like there's the fact of getting Gazelle back and the fact that you can run so much non-engine in this meta right now. For this meta right now, I mean, like 12 hand traps is crazy. And you open up hand traps every time. But yeah, I went undefeated, so that's my deck profile. Thanks.